Welcome to the first annual Guitar YouTube Awards show. This isn't just another recap video, it's the ultimate celebration of the chaos, the creativity and comedy that unfolded Guitar YouTube this year. From jaw-dropping uploads to interesting controversies, it's been a wild ride. And tonight we're honoring the good, the bad and the downright bizarre moments that made 2024 so unforgettable. Whether it's groundbreaking gear news, questionable sponsorship deals, or simply just too much silence, we've got the awards for it. So grab your favorite drink, kick back, and let's dive into the greatness and the cringe of Guitar YouTube 2024. And speaking of silence, our first award goes to someone who's truly mastered it. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready because this one's going to a YouTuber who leaves things like higher, bigger, better. And no, I'm not talking about his guitar playing. That's right, it's Henning Polly, aka HP42. This year, Henning blessed us with 259 videos, racking up a jaw-dropping 7,256 minutes of content. That's 121 hours of non-stop HP magic. Impressive, sure, but that's not what earned him this award. Henning speaks at an average of 45 words per minute with a video averaging 28 minutes in length. That means he cranks out roughly 1,260 words per video. But guess what? That's still not what he's being honored for. But here's the kicker. Mathematics have determined that Henning leaves 15 seconds of silence per minute in his videos. Multiply that by his total uploads and he's graced us with 1,830 minutes. That's almost 30 hours of glorious, unbroken silence. And for that, Henning, we salute you. Congratulations on winning the highly coveted Most Silence Produced on Guitar YouTube 2024 award. Here is a little compilation for your quietest moments. Speaking of silence, you know who didn't stay quiet this year? That's right, Donald Trump. And he snagged the next award. Most Valuable Instrument 2024 goes to Trump guitars. You think I'm joking? Trump slum. Cheap junk? No, it's so valuable that Gibson jumped in and sued Trump for trademark infringement. Now, when Gibson sues you, you know, it's getting serious. This isn't just a fly-by-night operation filling frivolous lawsuits. Gibson, pure, wholesome, upstanding Gibson, would never sue anyone for no reason or selfish reasons, right? Seriously though, this product must be so good that it scared Gibson into a tizzy. Well, Trump doing Trump things, Gibson doing Gibson things. What a world, but I'm not surprised. Surprise? Oh, there I have a good one. The I Am Not Surprised award. This one goes out to Thomas Blux Amp X. Why? Well, it was announced ages ago, promised for release this spring, I guess, and shockingly, it's still not there. Seriously, at this point, it was more surprising that anyone thought it would be actually showing up. Congrats, Thomas, on making the most obvious delay of the year. But hey, let's end on something nice. 2 more awards. Let's draw a picture. It's Christmas. Time to put up the tree, sip some tea, eat cookies, and bask in cozy what? And speaking of cozy, the next award goes to the YouTube with the most positive and wholesome community. Congratulations, Kalen from Six String TV. Your community is a joy to watch. Friendly, down-to-earth, and refreshingly non-toxic. The most humble guitar community goes to Six String TV's comment section. Our next award goes to a creator who isn't exactly a guitar YouTuber, but somehow manages to make guitarists question their life choices with his over-the-top experiments and borderline ridiculous inventions.
You want to know why? Mental health issues.
From crafting 1 versus 1,000 guitar picks battle to creating gadgets no one asked for but everyone secretly loves, he's the mad scientist of guitar YouTube. So, without further ado, the award for video with the most needed guitar items 2024 goes to, drumroll, Matthias Kranz. Congratulations on being the guy who brings the phrase "what if" to an absurd new level.
Are you ready for the longest guitar strum ever done on guitar? Let's go!
Your creations may not change the guitar world, but they sure make it a whole lot of fun. Keep the chaos coming. And alright folks, let's shift gears and talk about innovation. The kind of groundbreaking design that takes the guitar world by storm. Not with size, but with the lack of it. Our next award goes to a pedal so ridiculously tiny it made Ryan Bird from 60 Cycle Hum rethink its purpose entirely. Instead of stomping on it, he decided it was better to shoot it as a guitar pick. Yes, you heard that right, a guitar pick. So congratulations to Olympus for creating the Cicada, possibly the tiniest pedal ever made. And for this feat of microscopic engineering, you're taking home the prestigious Most Versatile Guitar Pick 2024 award. Who needs stomp boxes the size of your foot when you can shred with one instead? Bravo Olympus, the Cicada proves that sometimes less is really more. Welcome to the grand finale, folks. But before we hit the big ones, let's squeeze in a little few special mentions. Worst Timing of the Year award goes to Vladimir Putin for starting a war post-pandemic and jacking up all prices. Thanks a lot, you little motherfucker. Most Beautiful Speaking Voice on Guitar YouTube. Of course, for the upteenth time, it's Glenn Fricker from Spectre Sound Studio. I mean, who's surprised, right? And the most emotional moment on a YouTube video award earns, of course, Karsten Stepanovich with his outstanding performance in The Worst Day of My Life. And now, the big one. Video of the year 2024. This was a tight race. JHS Pedals figure skating video was a serious contender, but the winner is, drumroll, Guitar YouTubers Are Deceptive by Chords of Orion. This video equal parts drama and confusion. Our main character, famous for his role as Sir Davos in Game of Thrones, delivers a performance that's calm and empathetic and scathing, all while he's calling out fellow YouTubers for not properly disclosing sponsorships. His claim that getting gear for free automatically biases creators into giving positive reviews. Now let's pump the brakes, okay, and unpack this with some logic. To fully understand this debate, we need to define the difference between a demo, a review, and an advertisement. With a little example, of course. A demo is, think of it like the product's Tinder profile. It shows off the features and the sounds and what it can do. A demo says, hey, swipe right if this tone looks good on you. Okay? A review, think of it as the first date. It's an honest assessment of the product, the strengths, the flaws, the quirks, and all. A professional YouTuber reviewer isn't there to tell you what you want to hear. They're there to give you the real tea about whether this pedal is worth your time. And an advertisement is when the pedal throws a party, buys you flowers, and pays someone to say this is the best thing since sliced bread. It's designed to sell, plain and simple. And this is, of course, and by law, needs to be detected as advertisement in a video. Now, here's where it gets funny. Chords of Orion claims that getting gear for free automatically turns a review into an advertisement. But here's the reality. Professional gear testers aren't paid for giving their opinion. They're paid for the work behind the video. Testing a pedal, analyzing its ups and downs, producing tracks to make the main purpose hearable from the pedal. Presenting those findings in a polished video isn't about bias, it's about skill. On pro level, whether you got the pedal for free or not, doesn't change the integrity of your evaluation. Why? Because it's not a favor, it's a fucking job. You're being compensated for the effort and not for the verdict. So yes, if a YouTuber's testing gear professionally, it's not an advertisement, it's an video documented test. And bias, sorry to say, that's what separates pros from hobbyists. Now back to the award. While some of the claims in Courts of Aurelian's video might have stirred the pot, we have to give credit to where it's due. He got people talking, and that's always worth something. And before we wrap up, just a little quick reminder. Don't take this video too seriously. If I poked fun on one of your favorite YouTubers, it was all with a humorous and a good intention. At the end of the day, for me it's all about the things we love. Guitars and music. So let's be nice to each other, please, and keep jamming and celebrate the creativity that makes this community so special to me and to you, hopefully. And with that, we've wrapped up the Guitar YouTube Awards 2024. But don't leave just yet. There are some awesome videos waiting for you on the screen. Click one to keep the good vibe going. Thanks for hanging out, and from all of us here, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and catch you in the next hangout.